All right, we got the old truck pulled in the shop. Today we're going to try to fix this gas tank first off. That's my main concern. I don't really want to use it anymore until I get that fixed, because gas is kind of expensive to be dumping out in the driveway. We'll get that done. We're gonna go move on to the valve cover gaskets, get them put in. I think I kind of need a pressure wash under here. I can really see where the oil is coming from, but I know the valve cover gasket is leaking, but I may be leaking somewhere else too. And rear main seal is possibly leaking. I don't know. I'm gonna get the valve cover gaskets fixed and then see, if there's still oil going down the back side of the motor or what. I don't know yet. We'll see. I had never pulled one of these tanks off before, so I really don't know what I'm getting into. I don't even know where the lines go into that. So we'll have to figure all that out. This is the problem though. Let's see what I can figure out to hold this thing up. I'm just gonna take the whole arms loose. Let it drop down that way, I think. I'll show y'all what I'm working with under here. Pretty tight. I gotta be able to get the gas lines loose. And they are, I don't even know if I can show y'all. Yeah, right there. I really don't know how to get up in there, and I can't tell what size it is, so I'm just going to be guessing at it. See if y'all can tell me what size that is. Leave your guesses in the comments. Yep. Oh, well, it's nice and loose. Man, that's awesome. Now, is there gonna be gas come flying out of that when I open it? Is there? There's dirt falling off of it. Yeah, I think there's gonna be gas come out of that. Pull it loose. Yeah, not too bad. A couple of drips. All right, now we can drop the rest of the tank. I know it may look funny, but it works good. It's my transmission jack I built when I had to put a clutch in my Dodge. It worked great. It's ugly as all get out, but just a couple old scissor jacks I got off of a camper frame. I welded a little cart together, put the wheels on it. It's kind of big and bulky, but man, it works good. for a transmission. I don't know. We're gonna try it on a gas tank and see what it does. And we'll see. It's so long since I used it, the screws are kind of rusted or something. I don't want to go up, but either way, I think it'll work. Now we just gotta go under there and get the bolts out of the leg arms there, whatever you gonna call them. I don't know how much of that I'll get recorded because it's pretty tight, but I'll try my best. Alright, let's see if this thing will lower down without falling off this thing. Alright, now I think we can get to the other wires we take loose. Maybe. There, I got my little siphon pump. We're gonna pump the rest of this gas out of this thing. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take the tank, fill it full of water, get all the fumes out, and then weld it that way. Then, of course, you gotta get all the water back out of it and get the inside of it dry. So that's gonna be fun. But that's the safest way I know to weld a gas tank. We'll let that pump out for a little bit. We'll go ahead and take that out while it's draining. The good thing I just realized about this jack, I'm pulling all this gas out of there while it was going to settle in this low spot. So just raise it up like that and tell the gas to run to one end. Then we'll just wheel this thing out there and load it on the truck. We'll take it and fill it up with water. I ain't got no water out here in the shop yet, so I'll have to take it somewhere to do that. And bring it back out here and we'll weld it up. Nothing without no gas in it. Alright, so we got it all filled up with water and got all the fumes out of it. Now we're going to just clean it all up so we get it ready to weld the filler neck back in. Previous owner had tried to fix it with JB Welds. Alright, we should be able to weld it up now, maybe. I guess if we get a big fireball, we'll know we didn't get all the fumes out of it. Well, we got all the water back out of it, it's still wet, so we're gonna let the air run and dry it out. Sorry about that, it's just loud, I know. we're gonna let that air run in that for a little bit. If the paint get good and dry, then we'll weld it up. Alright, now we're gonna get all that moisture out. I thought I was gonna do it with the airline, but that's just taking too much time. We'll just take us a rag and stick it in there and we'll get most of it out with it. Now we got all that done. We're actually going to just go ahead and reinstall it on the truck. That way I make sure I get my filter neck on in the right orientation. Because I know if I don't do that, it'll look like the double M hinge and I'll do it wrong. I don't want to have to buy a new gas tank. So we'll go ahead and reinstall it on the truck and then weld the filler neck in. Even after blowing the tank out with compressed air, running a paper towel in, I still had moisture in it, so I figured I'd try to stick my heat gun in there and just heat it up, maybe cook the moisture out. I don't know. I ain't never tried that, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, we got the moisture out finally. Just checking her fit here now. Going to I think I like where it's at. I'm gonna pull the step back off and we'll get the weld. Alright, I think we're gonna call that good. It's ugly, it's all good out, but it'll work. Kind of thin there, so it kept blowing holes through it and it just looked terrible. Either way, as long as it don't pour gas out no more, I'm happy with it. Alright, we're moving right along. We're gonna get these valve covers off there and see if we can get them gaskets replaced real quick. Couldn't take too long. These old trucks, you actually got room to get up in there and work on something. Oh yeah, we can get it out of there now. Maybe. Oh yeah. Yeah, no gasket whatsoever. Just red RTV. Is this normal for it just to have RTV? I don't know. Like I said, this is the oldest vehicle I think I've ever worked on, so I don't know. I've never seen nothing without gaskets, and I was able to buy gaskets for it, so sure it's supposed to have some in there, I would think. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments so I could be educated on it. Here's a gasket we'll be putting in there. Velcro rubber gaskets. I didn't really like the cork ones, so I got the rubber ones. I'm gonna knock all that old paint off there. We'll just spray paint it. Just coming right off. With this. cleaned up and got a little primer sprayed on them. I'm gonna be painting them Kubota orange, because that's the color paint I got. And I love Kubota. Alright, we got them all painted up. Let it dry and we'll get them put back on the truck. I guess while we're waiting on the paint to dry, we'll go ahead and get the valve cover gaskets glued on there, so when we go to put it back in, we'll just stick them in there. We ain't gotta worry about fighting with the gaskets or anything. If I need to bend it back straight right there. I've been a little bit trying to pry it off there. I'm glad I seen that before I glued the gaskets on there. I got these cleaned up. These wasn't on there. It just had 4 bolts, but these come out of another small block Chevy I took apart. I'm gonna put them on this one. I'm sure it's gotta help spread the load out on them valve covers. I mean, they're pretty thin. So I'm gonna get them cleaned up real good and probably paint them black if I got any black spray paint. I don't know if I do or not. Alright, here we are like 3 days later and their valve covers, everything's finally dry, so we're going to attempt to get them put back on. Down under here for now. I'm gonna change the oil too, but I think I'm gonna pressure wash it first. Get all the oil off of it. And then try to check and see if that rear main's leaking. Because I really can't tell if it is. I hate to take the transmission out if it ain't leaking. Get up under here and show y'all what I'm talking about. You can see all that oil's been running down, and it's really bad right there underneath the bell housing and transmission. But I mean, it's really bad. It kind of looks like the oil pan gasket's probably leaking too. Yeah, it is. Right there, definitely. Hey, we may end up putting an oil pan gasket on it too. I wasn't planning on it, but I might not have no choice. But as you can see, it's really bad back here. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. Is that gonna be a rear main seal or what you think? The other next order of business, I noticed the other day I put fluid in this thing because I thought it was low. Then when I set the bed back down, fluid flowed out of the top of the reservoir there, and it was kind of milky looking. So I know the hydraulic system's got water in it, but there's no drain plug on the bottom of this tank anywhere that I've seen. I guess I'm gonna have to pull this loose right here. Definitely got water in it. I just know I could drain it from right there though. That might be helpful. Take one of them bottom bolts out. Oh yeah, definitely milky. You know, I didn't think about it before, but I probably should have done this when I had the gas tank off. It would have been a lot easier to get to. Yeah, I might as well just take the whole thing out. It'd be a lot easier to work on. See if we can get the pump out. That little hose. It had a cut in it too, unfortunately, so it'll have to be replaced along with the other ones. We gotta get all this water out of the system. That's what I'm worried about, having that in there. I don't want the inside of my cylinder to start rusting or anything. So, we gotta make sure we get all this water out. This is a strainer. It's on the bottom of that pump. I'm assuming it's not supposed to look like that, but I don't know. I'm figuring it's supposed to be, you know, more like this and not caved in like that. So I guess I need a new one of those. I don't know where I'd even find that out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be kind of round all the way, but it has so much stuff built up on it, it sucked the screen in. So, I don't know what to do about that. Maybe just find this. I don't know if I could even find something similar that would work. Either way, that one ain't gonna work. Well, it looks like it's got a data plate on it right there, but I can't read it, so I'm gonna try to clean it up a little bit and maybe get some numbers off of it, because I was trying to clean this strainer and the screen just fell apart, so I don't even know where to start to look for one of those. Man, that actually cleaned up pretty good. I still know what it is now. Give y'all a shot of it. I don't know if you can read that. Alright, I gotta go do some research. We'll go ahead and try to get this other hydraulic line off there. So I'm gonna have one made for this. Let's see. Good, all except for right there. Alright, well, we got everything out. We'll just let everything just kind of sit here and drain. Maybe get all that water out and I won't have to. I really don't want to have to take it apart no further. Hoping we can get all of it out doing it like this. So I'm gonna go see if I can't find a new strainer and go ahead and get that on order. So I gotta get this truck back together and get it out of here. I gotta change all the oil in all our vehicles. Well, one thing I said I was gonna do before I put the floor in the bed was change out them hydraulic lines, and then I ended up forgetting about it. Already got the floor in there, so now I'm going to have to raise the bed up with the Mini, I guess, just so I can get them hydraulic lines swapped out. But it is what it is. We'll get it done. Alright, we got her blocked up, so maybe it won't fall on my head. We'll try to get these hydraulic lines loose. Probably gonna be fun, ain't no telling how long it's been since they've been loose. Alright, we're gonna try to get this pump all put back together. Got majority of the junk out of it. Still don't know what we're gonna do about the screen though. I have not had any luck finding one for it. Good chance we're gonna try to make something that'll work. Hit it with brake clean a little bit and we'll get most of that junk out. Alright, we got the tank cleaned up. I still gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about a strainer though. Better off going ahead and going and pressure washing that because it's the way this cap is. Well, I can just tape that off. Well, we don't get no water in there after I put everything back together. Alright, I got the original screen cleaned up. I just try to get it put back together and stick it back in there and see if it'll hold. It was just wrapped up like that with a staple run through it. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then just gotta hope I can get it back around the body of it. Definitely ain't perfect, but it's a whole lot better than it was. I wouldn't even worry about it, but this is the only type of filter in the whole system. So I don't want no big junk going through the pump. I was looking, I found a pump, and it's like $500. Protect it every bit I can. Well, I found the pump, but I can't find the strainer. I guess the rest of this Permatex, that's what it's called. Couldn't think of it for a second. Yeah, we're gonna go back with the gray Permatex. I don't got no gasket maker, I'd just make a gasket for it. We're just gonna glue it back on there just like it was. bed raised back up and get all the hydraulic lines on. We'll probably go ahead and put the pump and everything in too, 'cause it's probably easier with the bed raised up than having to crawl around underneath it. We're gonna put some of this sealant on there. I don't know if it's the right stuff or not. I don't really know what you're supposed to use on hydraulic stuff. I know not tape. At least that's what we would have heard. I'm gonna go with some of the liquid stuff here. That's what looked like was on it, but I don't know for sure. Here's a mess I made. I wasn't thinking about all that fluid being in that's left in that cylinder. Yeah, I got one heck of a mess to clean up now. Come on, Cameron. Help me out here. I've had enough stuff go wrong this weekend. Found out on the way to the hydraulic shop, my Tundra needs a new starter. Probably make a video of that too. The starter on a Toyota is a nightmare. Go ahead and get her tank and the pump set back in there. And yeah, that's a whole lot easier from up here. I should have done that when I took it apart, but I wasn't thinking. That was the part I screwed up on when I was building the bed. Luckily, I can get to it from this side. Alright, we're gonna get some fluid put back in this thing and see how we're done on hooking the hydraulic lines up. I'm going by my luck, I'm betting they're probably backwards and we'll have to redo it. Either way, we'll find out. Definitely backwards. Put her safety pole back under there. And we'll get her hydraulic line swapped back over. It's gonna have pressure on it now when I take it loose. I don't know. Maybe not. Put my safety glasses on just in case. Yeah, it's got some pressure on it. You hear it. this far, I really appreciate you watching. Hit that subscribe button. Maybe give me a thumbs up, like the video. Thanks for watching.